eyes on me, I see you watching. Oh, we do what we want to. Oh, it's a soul when we come through. Oh, we.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome to the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And folks, you can feel the fierceness, the intensity of this series.
Welcome, everyone, to Game 3 of this Eastern Conference Round 1 matchup. 2-0 so far. Perhaps the Tide can turn this one. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. We've got the Cavaliers taking on Toronto. You look at Toronto. They need the boost here from the hometown fans, trailing 2-0. It is critical for them to start to edge back into this series.
And guys, losing this one would be devastating. For all intents and purposes, this game is a must-win. You really have to treat it like a Game 7.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, they've got Jonas Valanciunas. Young is out there with Ball. Then it's Thompson, and it's Gasol right at the 3 slot. Here's Musa, defended by Young, and the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That's his first foul. Outside Butler. 6 to shoot. And again, no good by Toronto. And here are the Cavaliers. Gasol kicks the ball. Back to Gasol. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And you know, by now, I don't think there's much question. Mark and his brother Powell are the best 1-2 brother punch in NBA history. How about over 30,000 points combined?
In Toronto, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Now, here's Paul. Here's Plumlee. That shot is off. Nice D from Valanciunas. And so Gasol will bring it up for the Cavaliers. They are pumped right now after a big win on Sunday.
You're going to win a lot of games when you can shoot the 3 ball the way they did in that one.
Well, you see the snowball effect here when they start knocking down those shots, and once guys get it rolling, it's just impossible for the defense to contain that kind of firepower.
Thompson. And it's sent back by Plumlee.
Showing good shot blocking skills at times. Plumlee gets all of that one.
Musa with the bucket.
Yeah, that's a good way to start the game. Nice inside bucket right there.
1:56 left to play in the first quarter. Ball's knocked loose, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. Plumlee with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. It's deflected. Stolen by Ball. Here's Young. They get it back. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then fouls it up, Greg, with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback. Now here's Paul. Tipped away. We've got 1:18 left in the first quarter of the game. Just 5 to shoot, and Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Toronto shooting their first free throw of the game right now. A free throw off from Plumlee. .114 left to play here in the first. Musa with the bucket.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, it's a bit of a lazy play right there. You're hoping that the guy misses the shot without really doing your job in challenging it.
Gasol finds Thompson. Knocks it loose. Clock at 6. Here's Ball. Off target from outside. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Musa passes to Butler. Gasol with the steal. It's Young on the wing, defended by Paul. Young dishes to Gasol. Releases from 15. That one falls.
And through the years, he's become very confident in that shot. Gasol's almost better from mid-range than he is in tight. That's a great weapon for a 7-footer to have.
Now here's Paul. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. To the left wing. 5 on the clock. Here's Musa. And that one goes long. So the first quarter ends Clark tie game in a low-scoring affair so far. Marc Gasol so appreciated by his fans, and certainly a lot of...
It's just fun. You see more fans on the stand.
And great to see so many different cultures and countries embrace the game.
Yes, and with players like Gasol having so much success, I think it helps give those Latino and Spanish-speaking fans a connection to the NBA.
And we're set to get started again for the next bit of action in this Game 3. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
Love the pace they're playing with. Anytime you can get your offense going without the defense setting up, you've got a huge advantage.
We've got Paul Pudley out there with Gordon. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Musa in at the shooting guard. That's the group for Toronto to start the second quarter. Now here's Valanciunas. Gasol kicks to Young. Got a piece of it. Paul surveying the floor. And Thompson sends it back.
Well, Thompson lives in the paint, and defensively, occasionally, you're going to get to shots like that.
Ball no good. And so it's Paul bringing it up for Toronto. Floats it up for Butler. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Pass to Young. Over Paul. No good off the back of the rim. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. For 3. Valanciunas grabs the board. Valanciunas has got 4 rebounds now tonight. To the middle, here's Gasol. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And he knows how to make good use of his size in that low block. And Gasol's inside game is very refined. There's a smoothness to how he approaches it.
Now here's Gordon. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And here's Young. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Kicks at the ball. Puts up a 3. Kept alive. Thompson. Gordon with the defensive effort.
Now, the defense was solid there, smothering him close inside, and that's how you want to guard him.
Butler finds Paul. Shoots over Ball. Hits the front of the rim and out.
You can see how clued in the defense is to take away those mid-range shots and challenge. Solid at getting a hand up in the face of the scorers.
Now here is Young. Outside Gasol. To the inside. 5 to shoot. Pass to Valanciunas. Over Plumlee. No good from Valanciunas.
Well, he wanted to keep that shot from getting blocked, but in the process, he gave it no chance of going in because of how unbalanced he was on the fade.
The Cavaliers have gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. Ball no good.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
Yeah, when your shot's in the fridge like this, it's easy to lose your confidence, and that's why some of the most prolific scorers, they have short-term memories.
Now Paul. Following the miss by Lonzo Ball from deep. Shoots over Ball. A second chance effort. That shot off. Good D by Thompson.
Yeah, a bit frigid to begin this one. Just can't make anything to get the game started.
And that's the advantage of having a lead guard who can both pass and shoot. Young draws attention, then takes advantage of a poor rotation defensively.
Now here's Paul. 19 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. He scores, and he's off the schneid with that basket. 1 for 7 on a tough night for him.
And really, this is where you want to just let the clock wind down.
Yep, unless you get a great look that's impossible to pass up, use the time wisely.
Gasol's shot is good. Gasol's got it all tied up now for the Cavs.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just farting.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, for Toronto, they're facing a second half that will either put them on the brink of elimination or breathe new life into this series. One thing's for sure. They can't let this game get away and expect to have a decent chance to rebound from a 3-0 deficit.
And welcome back to the NBA playoffs as we get ready to continue with this round one matchup. Without question, Marc Gasol displaying his skills today.
Yeah, good things happen when you maintain composure. Their shot selection has been extremely disciplined.
Hey, Greg, is there a shot that he's taken that has been out of the flow of the offense? I don't think so.
And so in the game for the Cavaliers, we've got Thompson all out there with Young. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Gasol in at the small forward position. Young passes to Gasol. That puts them in the lead. Gasol's got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Cavs. Toronto trailing. Here's Musa. 5 points in the game. The shot by Paul, no good.
And getting a hand in the shooter's face, locking down that in-between area.
Just taking on the challenge on every possession. I love defenders who give nothing away.
2 points. That one goes. And it's a 4-point Cavalier lead.
I like the physicality there on the glass on full display. Great at hitting the boards and then capitalizing off the second chance opportunity.
He kicks to Gordon. Over Thompson. And the basket by Gordon. Now Young. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. 90 seconds now into the second half. Here's Valanciunas, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Valanciunas has got the lead up to 4 now for the Cavs. Paul kicks to Plumlee. Gasol against Butler. Back to Plumlee. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Yeah, they got to hope to turn it on soon. 1 of 4 so far, and they know they got to be better.
Ball with the bucket.
And Ball has tremendous confidence in that shot. As soon as the pass hits his hands, he's ready to pull up.
Ball finds Gordon. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Ball, the pass to Young. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Knocked loose. It's Young on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Drills it from outside.
And the execution has just been off defensively here in the second. Play after play, it's almost as if they're a step slow.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
And one thing they'll discuss are their defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. The shot by Paul, no good.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And Young kicks to Gasol. Back to Young.
He can't make a thing out there right now, guys. If he keeps this up, don't be surprised if his team gives up this lead.
Paul against Ball. Ball outside. Down low. 5 to shoot. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
He is a great leaper for his size and gets off the floor so quickly. Sneaks behind the defense for that alley-oop.
And out of bounds. The Cavaliers will take it. .29 seconds left to play in the third. Young finds Valanciunas, and the layup's good off the glass. Valanciunas has got 4 points in the quarter.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
Ball against Paul. Here's Musa. Launches a three, and the three ball is good. Musa's got 8 points.
Well, he's got that height advantage, and out on the perimeter, a smaller defender is just not going to contest.
And so it's the visiting team, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And we'll be back with you shortly. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And we welcome you back to our coverage of round one in the NBA playoffs. Aaron Gordon out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Plumlee, then it's Chris Paul, and it's Musa in at the 2. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. And Plumlee kicks to Paul. Toronto working the ball around now. From 12 feet out.
Tristan did a great job of elevating that time to contest, did not stay on the deck.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Young passes to Thompson. Now here's Valanciunas. Over Plumlee, and it's sent back by Plumlee. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. .60 seconds off the clock here in the 4th. Butler against Young from 12 feet out. And it's Butler missing. The Cavaliers leading by 7. Young left side.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Gordon kicks to Paul. Shoots over Ball. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this 4th quarter. Back to Valanciunas inside. Here's Gasol. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And finally, someone scores.
Yeah, the buckets have been few and far between, and neither team able to get into any sort of offensive rhythm.
Musa passes to Plumlee. He gets that one.
Having filled out his frame since first entering the league, Plumlee can now bully his way sometimes inside and make contested shots.
And Young kicks to Gasol. Back to Young. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And when you're down this many points, hard to justify leaving a good shooter that wide open.
Truer words never spoken. Breakdown on the perimeter D, and the communication severely lacking there.
Toronto calls timeout. They're trailing by 10. 1:44 left in the 4th quarter of this one. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Jonas Valanciunas.
And the decision-making tonight has just been outstanding. If the shot hasn't been there for him, he's just kept the ball moving. And that patience is how he's gotten his field goal percentage to almost 60 here tonight.
Some players rise to the occasion in the playoff spotlight, and some wilt under it. We know which type he is. What a stunning night for him. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. The Toronto's head coach had some words for his team during the break. They have been getting killed from long range tonight, and he said we can't lose track of their shooters. We're overpacking the lane, and we're leaving them wide open. Guys will see if they can make the adjustment.
Tristan Thompson is one of the best offensive rebounders in the NBA. So to do that, you can't be afraid to throw your weight around.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
Tremendous focus with the bigger guy all over him. It speaks to the toughness he has down there.
And game 3 will go in the record books here. Lots of energy out there tonight, and an important win for the Cavaliers.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Valanciunas.
He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds.
At this point in his career, Chris Paul is all about trying to get that elusive championship. Will play whatever role it takes to get that mission done.
And Young kicks the ball to the paint, and Thompson throws it down.
Running up the score, showing no mercy.
Well, you want to close the door on any type of comeback effort. This has been a vault. Ka-ching.
You're right. Knocked away. Stolen by Ball. Here's Young. And it's Toronto with the rebound. From deep, Gasol. Here's Thompson. And it's blocked by Gordon. And he's able to get it back. Young taking his time here. We see the Cavaliers get the win here. You have to think at this point, up 3-0. It's only a matter of time now, Greg, until this series is in the books.
This victory.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for this broadcast of the NBA.
Go through the front door. It's low key at the night show.